just a few closing words to you in particular as you join the ranks of the upperclassmen. I tried to put on my ring from the class of 78 this morning, like some of yours this morning. It didn't fit. But that, whether it's on my finger this morning or whether it's not, and whether or not those rings are on your finger on any given day, know that the values that are espoused through that ring should always be part of who you are. And as you move into the ranks of the upperclassmen, understand that it does become more of your responsibility to live out and to be that example for the underclassmen. Because understand that they do look up to you. And they look up to you whether you're giving good example or whether you're giving bad example. Mr. Long has well talked about the fact that part of what you're doing here is taking another step in this brotherhood of Curley men. And certainly to live virtuous lives and to live them diligently, courageously, will certainly bring much honor and respect to you individually, to your class, and to this school now in its 50th year. So I offer you my sincerest congratulations on making this transition to another part of your career here at Archbishop Curley High School. Your numbers are certainly thinner than when you started, and hopefully they will not be any lighter than what they are today. That will be up to you as to whether or not at the moment of your graduation, on the last Friday of May in 2012, whether or not you continue to live out and to espouse the values that are symbolized in that ring. I join your parents in also congratulating you. I'm sure there are some very warm and heartfelt messages in those letters, and I'm sure you did not have time in the short amount of time to read it all or necessarily to let it all sink in. Take some time today to sit down and read those letters. And as your moms and dads and those significant adults in your life have expressed to you what it is that you mean to them, I also suggest that you also take some time and let them know what it is that they mean to you as well. I'm going to ask you to take the rings off, if you can. Inside your ring is stamped a miraculous medal. Mary, that medal is symbolizing, we entrust this class under the protection of our Blessed Mother. Recall that in these days leading up to Christmas, and she accepted the will of God and cooperated with the will of God, she was about your age, maybe even a little bit younger. Her fiat, her yes to God's will, I hope stamped inside those rings, that through her guidance and through her protection, that you will always seek out God's will in your life, and that you will truly seek to do the good and holy things that you're called to do in this life. I thank your parents for all that they continue to do for you and all the inspiration that you provide to them as well, for all the sacrifices that you make on their behalf and on behalf of this institution, that we might be able to continue to nurture young men in the Franciscan tradition. And so I thank all of you, I congratulate all of you, but most especially men, I congratulate you, the class of 2012, and always use those rings for good. So we do not want to see a rash of underclassmen showing up at the main office with welts on their head or anything else. Not that you would ever do anything like that. That was only maybe something back from the class of '78. Congratulations, man.